Hi, leaders. All right, for our station today, we're going to take a look at measurement. So we've looked at time, we've looked at length, and we looked at liquid last week. And so we're going to do our last column of our measurement words chart, which is mass and weight. So if you could open up to your notebook to that chart that we've been working in and adding keywords of measurement. We're going to take a look at the chart. So we filled in length, we filled in time, and we filled in volume and capacity. So now we're going to take a look at mass and weight. We're going to use four keywords when measuring for mass and weight: ounce and pound, and gram and kilogram. So ounces we use ounces and pounds. A lot of times we use for liquid and for the weight of something, but we could also commonly use it as grams and kilograms. So let's take a look. In addition to the water stations that our organizers have been needing help for, which we helped them with on Friday, we are going to help them provide enough food or fruit for the runners after the race. So they have decided that they would like to provide 200 grams of watermelon per runner, and they need our help identifying how much watermelon that would be. So to do this, we would typically use a scale. So this top one with the oranges and this middle one with the watermelon are examples of platform scales. So the top one's digital, the bottom one's not, but you would put the fruit on the platform scale, and then it would rotate and tell you how many ounces, pounds, grams, or kilograms, depending on how you set it, there are. This bottom scale is another example of a scale most commonly found in grocery stores. And it has the same idea. It's just a hanging scale. So it would also be able to weigh for us. Again, a lot of people use that when buying fruit and veggies in the grocery store. All right, so let's take a look at our ratio table that we need to create to help our organizers of our event. So we're going to create a ratio table with the number of people on one side and the grams on the other side. Please do that now on the next clean page of your notebook. And we're going to keep in mind that one person is equal to 200 grams because the organizers wanted to provide 200 grams of watermelon per person. So one person would be 200. Two people would be 400. Three people, you got it, would be 600. Four people, yes, you're adding another 200 to get 800. Five people, adding a new 200 to get to 2,000. So our rule here is that we're multiplying the number of people by 200 to get how many grams there are. Now let's take a look at that same type of ratio, but in kilograms. So we're going to keep in mind our rule that 1 kilogram equals 1,000 grams. So if I had 1 kilogram, that would equal 4,000 grams. If I had 2 kilograms, whoops, I apologize, that's a typo. If I had 4 kilograms, it would be 4,000. And my rule there is I'm multiplying by 4. I apologize for that error. Okay, so now let's take a look at the same type of thing where we're going to look at 30 runners. So if I have one runner and they get 200 grams, the most efficient thing to do is to be up to 3 runners, which would give me 600 grams. And then I could do 30 runners to get 6,000 grams. So the first time I'm multiplying the number of runners by 3, same with this gram side. And then I'm multiplying 3 runners by 10 to get to 30 runners and 600 grams by 10 to get to 6,000 grams. Now, if I was going to look at that in kilos, because we know from the previous slide that there's 6,000 grams, 1 kilo would be 1,000. 6 kilos would be 6 kilograms, would be 6,000 grams. And so here I'm multiplying by 6 for both sides. All right, now let's take a look at a more traditional model. So when the organizers got the watermelon from the store, they discovered that watermelon is not sold in grams. it's sold in ounces. So they need some help with determining that math now. So now they're looking at 8 ounces per runner. So we know that 1 pound equals 16 ounces. So if each runner gets 8 ounces of watermelon, let's create a ratio table to identify how many we would need for 30 runners. So one runner is 8 ounces. 3 runners would be 24 ounces. And then 30 runners would be 240. So again, I first multiply by 3, and then I multiply by 10. Now let's take those pounds and put them into ounces. So 1 pound is 16 ounces. 2 pounds would be 32 ounces. 3 pounds would be 48 ounces. 4 pounds would be 64 ounces. And 5 pounds would be 80 ounces. So my rule here is I multiply the number of pounds times 16 to get the number of ounces. Or I can just add 16 each time on the ounce side. All right, so what we're going to ask you to do in the remainder of the station is take a look at page 155, and we would like you to try to answer as many of these word problems as possible, practicing using a ratio table. And you can certainly go back to this video and check out any of the ratio tables we've done or the ones that you've copied into your book to help you. Keep in mind that 1 kilogram equals 1,000 grams while you're working on this. So again, you're using a ratio table, and you can go back to the video to take a look at any of the ratio tables I modeled for you to help you.